Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Sarah, this is Nick, and with our two little dogs we're usually travelling around Europe in our 32-year-old camper van.
Over the last few years we've visited over 25 countries, but recently we've had a lot of issues with the van, so we've come to a big decision that it's time to get a new one. After spending the last few weeks searching for a replacement van, we've realised it's going to be much harder than we thought, and we'll have to travel further afield to find one. So we've decided to concentrate our efforts to get our old van back on the road to help us with the search. In last week's vlog, after rebuilding our caliper, we headed into the mountains to give the van a test drive during an intense heat wave to see if we'd finally fixed our brake problem.
Join us in today's vlog as we continue to deal with the crazy temperatures, and it's time for us to share some really exciting news. Hello lovely people, how's everyone doing today on this fine summer's day? It's definitely very summery here. Hello Nicholas.
Hello Sarah.
Are you looking for your hair cream?
Look at my hair cream, look at the state of this. It's just like a little bit of fluff, as Sarah refers to it.
So anyway guys, as you might have read from the title, we've got some very exciting news coming up in this video, and we're going to fill you in a little bit later on in the vlog. But first we're going to just quickly update you on the old Vinster here, how the old van's doing. So last week we left you at the campsite and
we managed to get off the campsite, which was good.
Yeah, we managed to do the little windy roads leaving, and then we managed to do the 7 kilometre steep mountain back to sort of the main road, if you like, and all was fine, all was perfect.
Crazy distance down to that little campsite and the village down there. It's nuts, isn't it?
Yeah.
A long way down, but he made it down and he made it back up.
Now, when we got to the main road, and obviously then we had to do a bit of a downhill, we started using the brake, and there was an issue. The brake pedal went a little bit hard again.
Okay, we're going to just keep this quick because we're sick of talking about it.
Yeah, we're fed up of talking about it, so we'll keep this really quick. So the brake pedal went a little bit hard.
Went hard, we were feeling the brakes again, and it was a lot hotter on the right side, the one that's getting stuck. That's after all the caliper recondition we kind of did. So we got back to the village the following day when it cooled down a bit, because it's ridiculously hot. We were like, that's it, we're just gonna sort it out ourselves. So we went out, bought another bottle jack, so the last one broke.
Because our jack broke last week.
Got a heavy duty one, which is better.
Propped up the van, tested all the wheels,
all of them off,
turned all the wheels, testing everything seemed okay. And then, but this right wheel did feel a little bit stuck, didn't it, after pressing the brake. So a few people suggested about the brake servo adjustment pin. So we thought, well, let's give it a try. So with no knowledge whatsoever, we undid the master cylinder from the servo, pulled it off, got to the little pin and adjusted the pin. The pin was really loose, so we just tightened the pin. We
didn't know what we were doing, but we just tightened it quite a lot. There's a lot of movement, a lot of play. Trial and error, we think. You know, I think that's how most mechanics learn their trade, isn't it?
So anyway, we basically winged it. We put it all back together, and now we've tested it again. We didn't film it because you're probably getting bored of it as much as we are, but we picked our friend up from the airport, so we drove for like a couple of hours. Yeah. And the van was absolutely normal. The brake pedal feels normal. It feels sort of, you know, hard, sort of not too much travel, normal. We stopped several times on the journey. We didn't have any issues with the brakes heating up whatsoever, all completely normal. So it seems, was it the adjustment pin all along?
Is he fixed?
I mean, when we took that caliper apart, it was in pretty bad condition. The rubber seals were completely gone, so maybe it was a bit of both. But anyway, we've drove a few hours, all feels normal again. We fixed it ourselves, hopefully, and that's where we're up to with Vinny.
So we're 95% sure he's fixed, but anyway, we're going to give him a little break. He's going to have a little rest, isn't he?
And that's something to do with the exciting news, but like we said, we'll fill you in later on in the vlog. We have got a bit of an adventure planned a little bit later on today.
Not in Vinny. Not in Vinny,
and the doggies are not co with us either. So we'll catch you up for that in a few hours' time, and yeah, that's it. For now.
See you later when it cools down. Maybe.
Hopefully.
Ish.
Right, here we go guys. It's about 37 degrees, about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're going supboarding.
Not our idea, really.
I chose first thing in the morning, nice sunrise supboard. That'd be my suggestion. Not wait for the whole world, earth to heat up, the ground to heat up, get really, really hot and then go.
We're waiting for our ride now. Our friend who's coming to pick us up. And yeah, we don't even know if we can get anywhere near the lake that we're going supboarding on. And our friend has just called us to say that her battery won't start in her car. So we're walking over to meet her instead. You got it started? Not yet. Stand back. Oh yes!
Yeah, these little jump starters, must have.
And green for a little one.
Let's rock and roll then, people. So what do you think of the new ride, guys?
This is a little classic like the Vinster. What year is it, Lulu?
1997.
1997, so you know, 6 years younger than Vinny, but still a classic. Yeah, so we got down here all right. Someone recommended this spot for us to leave the vehicle, and then we walked down to the lake for a bit of evening supboard.
Bit of a scramble over that wire fence, and then apparently a 5 minute walk down.
So we'll see how we go. I'm just going to give you guys a little wipe. Very warm. That should probably be a bit clearer. So just a little refreshment.
Cheers.
And then we'll be off.
So we've got 3 supboards. We're a little bit worried about the reality of walking in 37 degrees down to the lake through spiky bushland and then having to pump up the supboard.
The supboards is the worst bit, because obviously we're just like sweating already. But it'll be fine because we'll be by the water. We can jump in, cool off, then pump up. Yeah, so this is Lulu, by the way. Say hi, Lulu.
Hey, Lulu. Which one are you carrying, darling?
Obviously the smallest one, but I'll be on the biggest one.
So we had the choice of a gradual slope down or the steep, narrow, really spiky slope.
We're going for the steep, narrow, really spiky slope.
Because the beach is just there. Lulu was kind enough to find the easy path down. Sacrificing herself. A little bit of acupuncture. Oh yeah, this is much better.
Probably doesn't look that bad on camera, but it's very, very bad. Well, you should enjoy these spikes because this is actually the easy bit. The hardest bit is pumping up the board. Lower, lower, lower. That's it. Yeah, just go like that. That's it.
Little bit choppy, but got the whole place to ourselves. 5 minutes. 5 minutes it took to get down.
I'm not surprised with the whole place to ourselves.
Sorry, darling, what did you say then?
I said, if we're not enjoying ourselves, which we are,
I am enjoying it.
then it's going to be a damn good workout getting these boards up. Yeah, and the little hike through the wilderness to get down here.
Nice, so look at this. I've just managed to break one of the pumps. We have broken one in the past exactly the same way.
Well, you were showing off. I was getting carried away.
See, look how much you managed to pump up. Look at that.
Well, these are rubbish if that's how you break it.
They're all the same though, they're all the same. Look, Lulu's doing one arm, look at that, one arm, fully functional, not broken.
Oh, for goodness sakes, now what then?
By mouth. Here she goes. The moment you've all been waiting for.
We made it before dark. Oh, the water is such a nice temperature, isn't it? It's not cold, it's just lovely, refreshing, but not, yeah, it's lovely.
Now I know a lot of you are going to be worried that Sarah hasn't got a life jacket on.
Oh, we didn't bring the life jackets.
But don't worry, I got my 25 metre badge. I'm not wearing it obviously because it's a bit embarrassing, but I've got it. Not a bad place to cool off on a hot summer Andalusian evening. No one else on the lake. Technically a reservoir, but we'll call it a lake. Made it to the other side. Lovely light now. The sun's just gone behind that mountain there.
Yeah, it's a little paddle, isn't it, over? But yeah, this was our little mission before it gets dark to get over to the other side and back. Very nice.
The water's warm, almost warm, isn't it?
Lovely.
It's a bit careful as well from here.
Lakes or sea then? What would you choose? Lake or sea?
Lakes. Lakes. Compared to how the temperature of the sea in this lake from the sea that we went in like, what, 2 weeks ago was it? It was freezing.
Yeah.
This is absolutely beautiful.
Fresh water. I'd prefer some nice sort of like white sand on the shore rather than the clay, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Maniacs up border. Watch out, darling, watch out. That was fun. We made it across there and back just before sunset. It's a bit mucky though, I'm not gonna lie. This clay thing is a bit of an issue. And here we go, the troops after battle, yeah.
Bit like a limbo, isn't it? Go on, do it the other way.
Don't
limbo.
pull the barbed wire onto you. Because it's not very accessible, makes it nice and quiet. You all had fun?
I loved it. Totally worth it. The more of a mission and the more difficult it is to get down here, the more fun you
better it
have.
is.
Yes.
Yeah.
There aren't many shady spots in the village, so you have to search for them and hope they're available.
Okay, we got some partial
Oh, my hat!
partial shade to park the van. Today is ridiculous. Like, I think it's the peak today of this heat wave. You know, the heat wave that's gone on all month, but yeah, it's like early 40s. Currently into the 40 degrees, and I don't think we've moaned about the heat so far in this vlog, have we?
Not enough. If we have, it's not enough. You know how hot it's going to be at 1 o'clock in the morning, 1 AM, 31 degrees.
Yeah.
It only drops to 24 degrees at 7 o'clock in the morning for like an hour, that's it.
Yeah, there's no respite. It's very hard to sleep and, you know, all that jazz. So currently now I think it must be 41, 42, I don't know. Yeah, there's weather warnings. Weather warnings when you check the weather. And yeah, so anyway, the dogs are in the house. We've just been running a few errands this morning that took quite a lot longer than we had planned. And yeah, it's all a bit crazy, isn't it? .41 degrees currently in the van in the shade. I mean, you know.
We normally like the heat, but when you're just hot all the time, you can't get cool, you literally have to stand in front of a fan the whole time. Jump in the shower for a cold shower to freshen up, and the water's warm.
You don't actually get dry because you're in the shower getting wet, and then as soon as you step out the shower, you start sweating again. So
you're like, is that sweat or is that just a shower?
Anyway, supboarding was fun.
Supboarding was nice. It was very refreshing.
Very nice.
So nice. There was a nice little breeze, and compared with how it's been here, I mean, some days there's just been no air, is there?
No, it's a bit like that today.
Which looks like there's a forest fire or something going on, but there's not, so don't worry.
Thankfully.
Anyway, stick to the shadows and let's get back to the house. Feel better?
What's that, shower number 2 today? Probably have another 2 more before bed, definitely. Yeah, I mean, you have to. Yeah, we got back and we were both completely drenched, and we've only walked like, what is it, 5 minutes? You know, back up the hill. Oh, it's crazy, guys. Odd days is okay, but when it's day after day, like it has been down here in Southern Europe. If you're living in Southern Europe, you'll know exactly what we're talking about. If you've probably seen it on the news, what it's been like down here if you don't live here, and it is pretty crazy. So the current temperature on our side terrace just down here is 43 degrees in the shade. Yeah, love. We are heading up here to just check out the roof terrace. Not check out if it's hot or not, I mean that's pretty obvious, but we're gonna have a bit of a hose down. And we just wanted to also show you guys like the countryside. Not the countryside, the view from up here, because we have again this like really strange hazy type thing where you can't see towards mountains or anything. Such weird weather with such overpowering heat.
It just feels like you're actually in an oven. It's like the air is so warm. If you could ever see heat on camera, that would be it.
We've covered up our solar panels here as well, because I just feel like it's too hot for them. I feel like they're going to catch on fire. So that's why the big messy blanket is just thrown over them. So now we're going to hose Nick down. And we're going to hose the flat roof down because the rooms upstairs get so hot because of the flat roof. So we come up here and sort of hose it down with coldish water a couple of times.
Well, actually, yeah.
I don't know whether it helps.
The first bit of water that comes out the hose, if the hose has been left in the sun, is boiling.
Burn yourself.
And then you hose the tiles down, and until you put a lot of water on there, it's like scalding water, isn't it? It's
exactly,
crazy.
Exactly. So that's what you got to do when you have to deal with this sort of heat. Oh, I can see a rainbow.
Sometimes it burns, sometimes it hurts. When you say my name, but thinking of her.
That was it.
So you know when you just like start a job and then you just get totally carried away. So we just decided to clean the whole roof terrace in between hosing ourselves down. But it's been quite productive because usually this time of day when it gets this hot, it's just kind of like no energy, just sat trying to keep cool. But because you're up here, you're getting on with things, and we've just basically, well, trashed the whole terrace, but completely cleaned everything, moved everything. We unblocked our drains, and then Nick has just done down on the side terrace.
Little oasis, bit messy at the moment.
Very happy.
Looks so healthy when it's all wet.
Yeah, it's just good to get something done on a hot day, isn't it?
So guys, I think it's about time we told you our very exciting news. We're going to Berlin! Yes!
In Germany!
In Germany!
Just in case anyone didn't know where Berlin is. Yeah, we're travelling up to Germany.
We're going backpacking.
Backpacking.
Us and the dogs.
Basically, that's what we're doing.
Didn't expect that, did you? You didn't expect that.
We're leaving Winster here, and we are travelling up to Berlin. Just with backpacks basically, and we are leaving in a day or two's time.
Very exciting, very exciting.
And you're probably wondering, why are they going to Berlin? Maybe you'd be able to guess. We're going to Berlin because we're going to pick up a van. We have a van waiting for us in Germany, and it's very exciting. Now, we don't want to at this stage tell you too much about the van because we want to keep it all a bit of a surprise, if you like, and you'll obviously find out all about that.
You have to keep watching, won't you?
In future vlogs. I'll tell you a basic rundown of how this has come about. So, a couple in Germany contacted us a couple of weeks ago, and they basically have a van.
They bought it in Sweden. It's a self-build. It's a project they haven't quite finished yet. They started in Sweden
during lockdown.
Just before lockdown, and then they left Sweden. They did a bit of travelling, then they ended up in Berlin through their work, and then since they've been in Berlin for the last few years, they haven't really used the van that much, so it's kind of been in storage. And very soon they'll be moving to Norway. Now, it's not realistic for them to take the van to Norway with them. It will cost far too much in import duties, and also Norway are not keen with fossil fuels. They're trying to sort of get rid of, they want to go all electric. Obviously this couple has reached out to us. They've been following us for quite a while.
They've seen our predicament we're in here with trying to source a replacement van, and they reached out. They emailed us and said, "Well, look guys, do you want to take over our van?" They've seen how much we care for little old Winster and everything else, and they would love to see their van go to a good home where it can be used, and the finishing touches that they never got round to finishing. And
they can watch their van or our van go on many adventures to multiple countries all across the world.
This is the plan. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just
unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. And obviously we're very excited. We've seen pictures of the van, and
we had a little video tour,
and it's a different layout, but we really love the layout, and we think it's actually going to work really well for various reasons for us, and even more so for the doggies. And you'll find out when you see. It's
basically different from any layout we've shown you in the scene, and like the typical one with the fixed bed at the back.
Don't say anymore.
I'm not going to say anything else actually.
That's it.
We weren't sure at first, but then we're like, hold on, this is quite good. Yeah, this is going to work.
Yeah.
And we like different. We don't like to be the norm. We don't like to do normal things.
So guys, it's so
we'll
exciting.
say a few things. We'll say it's a little bit bigger than Vinny. Thankfully, it's got a few more comforts.
Yeah, and obviously it's quite a bit younger.
Yeah.
And we'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that.
Yes. So as you can imagine, we're ecstatic about this. It's like a whole new sort of chapter, and I mean, just the journey up there is going to be crazy, because obviously we've never travelled with our dogs without a van before. So it's going to be
exciting packing as well. Instead of having whatever you need in the back of your van, all your kitchen stuff, everything everything in there. We've just got 2 backpacks,
and they're quite small. They arrived from Amazon yesterday, and I was like, it's tiny. How are we going to fit all Dizzy's things? But we'll share everything that we're packing and everything next week, because we'll be leaving in next week's vlog. And it's just crazy. We're not flying up there. We can't put the dogs on a plane. So it's other methods of transportation, i.e. sticking your thumb out on the side of the road. No, we're joking.
No, not really.
We have we've got some arrangements of getting up there.
Well, we'll tell you. You'll have to find out. There's so many reasons to keep on following this adventure. I know it's got a bit stale, and we've been stuck here trying to fix Vinny, but things are about to change. Vinny's going to have a rest. He's going to sit here in the sun.
So there we go. So I think we'll leave it at that for now.
Yeah, we're going to Alemania.
Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and follow us for daily updates and more. There'll be lots of different content coming up.
It's going to be interesting.
Immediately after we finish this vlog, because we are leaving. So yeah, there we go. Follow us for extra content on our Patreon if you'd like.
All our other socials. Make sure you subscribe. Click that notification bell so you don't miss any of the up and coming videos.
And that's it. So next time you see us, we'll be with our backpacks on, with our little doggies, heading up to Berlin.
Take care, guys. Stay cool.
And we'll see you all next Thursday. Oh, and we are really looking forward to some cooler temperatures flying away.